What if I told you that a single penny, yes, a single penny, could be worth almost $1 million? No, this is not a scam, and it's not a joke. It's a reality for collectors and savvy sellers who understand the true value of rare coins like the 2009 Lincoln Penny with the back 1809 mint mark. Stick with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know if you have one of these rare treasures hiding in your pocket. Hello, coin enthusiasts. Welcome to the channel, where we uncover the hidden wealth in your coin collection, especially those pennies you might have overlooked. Today, we're diving into something truly special, the 2009 back 1809 mint mark Lincoln Penny. It's rare, it's valuable, and in today's market, it could make you a small fortune. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, understanding these rare finds is the key to turning your hobby into a profitable pursuit. So, grab a seat, because we're about to dive deep into the world of this rare penny and discover exactly how much it could be worth, and more importantly, how you can cash in on it. Let's start with the basics. Back in 2009, the U.S. Mint released the Lincoln Penny to celebrate the 200th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. The Mint produced 4 different designs that year to honor his legacy. But what made this year so unique? Well, there's a specific version of the Lincoln Penny that includes something special, the back 1809 mint mark. Now, most of us are familiar with the traditional Lincoln design, but this rare variation has a unique mark on the reverse side of the coin. The back 1809 mint mark, a subtle yet noticeable detail, was actually a mistake, an error that sent ripples through the numismatic world. And here's where the excitement begins. Coin errors are some of the most valuable items on the market, and the 2009 back 1809 penny is no exception. But here's the kicker, not every 2009 Lincoln Penny has this error. That's why you need to pay close attention. There are only a limited number of these coins out there, and as the years go by, the value only continues to increase. So, if you're sitting on one of these rare pennies, the time to act is now. So, just how much is this penny worth? You might be thinking, it's just a penny, right? But here's where things get wild. Some of these coins have sold for as much as $999,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. Nearly $1 million for a penny. Imagine finding something that was sitting in your pocket or tucked away in a jar, and then discovering it's worth enough to change your life. Now, before you start rushing to check every 2009 penny you have, let me tell you this, not every one of them will fetch a high price. There are key factors to consider, like the condition of the coin, the minting errors, and even the current demand from collectors. The most valuable versions of the 2009 back 1809 mint mark penny are typically in uncirculated condition. The cleaner the coin, the higher the value. And with auction prices fluctuating, the current market value could be higher than ever, making it the perfect time to cash in. But hold on, don't rush to list your coin just yet. I've got a few more things to share that will help you maximize your penny's worth. How do you sell this rare coin for its maximum value? If you want to live that wealthy lifestyle you've dreamed of, it's all about strategy. First, get your coin professionally appraised. Don't just rely on online price guides. You need an expert to verify the authenticity and condition of your coin. Once it's appraised, you'll know exactly what it's worth, and trust me, you won't want to undervalue it. After all, we're talking about a potential life-changing sum of money here. Next, consider your options: auctions, online marketplaces, or private buyers. Each route has its pros and cons. Online auction sites like eBay are popular, but you'll want to make sure your listing is seen by the right audience. With a high-demand coin like this, you might also consider reaching out to professional coin dealers or auction houses who specialize in rare coins. They can help you get top dollar. But here's where the true secret lies: timing. The coin market fluctuates, and the value of rare coins can soar or dip depending on the economy, market trends, and collector demand. If you sell at the right time, you could make a huge profit. So, keep an eye on the market and act fast when the demand is high. Imagine the thrill of selling your rare penny for a life-changing sum. Picture what that kind of money could do for you: paying off debt, traveling the world, or maybe even retiring early. But here's the catch: if you wait too long, you might miss your opportunity. Coin values fluctuate, and the market doesn't wait for anyone. So, I'll ask you one more time, do you have one of these rare 2009 back 1809 mint mark Lincoln pennies? If you do, the clock is ticking. Get that coin appraised, get it in front of the right buyers, and make your move before the market shifts. Before you go, here's something you won't want to miss. There are even more rare pennies out there that are just as valuable as this one, some of which might be hiding in your collection right now. In our next video, we're going to uncover other rare coins worth thousands, if not millions, of dollars. So, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon, so you're the first to know when it drops. Remember, coin collecting isn't just a hobby, it's a way to build wealth. If you enjoyed this video and learned something valuable, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends who need to know about these hidden treasures, and comment below if you think you found a rare coin in your collection. Let's keep this journey going. Your $1 million penny might be just around the corner. Imagine holding a penny in your hand, but this is no ordinary coin. It's the 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, and guess what? It could be worth up to $997,000. You heard that right, nearly $1 million for a coin that might be sitting in your pocket right now. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for and how to cash in on this rare treasure. Don't blink, your financial future could be about to change. Let me ask you a quick question. How many pennies do you toss into your jar at the end of the day? A handful? A few? Maybe you have a whole jar filled with copper. Now, what if I told you that one of those pennies could be worth more than your car, or even your house? That's right, that in 1967, the U.S. Mint produced millions of Lincoln pennies. But here's the kicker, some of them were made without a mint mark. And that tiny detail? It could make you a millionaire. Before we dive into the details, let's understand why this penny is so special. The mint mark on a coin usually tells you where it was made, either in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But for 1967, some pennies came out of the Philadelphia Mint, without a mint mark. Most of these coins were overlooked. People didn't think twice about them because, well, they were just pennies, right? Now, let's talk value. While most pennies are worth only 1 cent, a 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth anywhere between $10 to $100. That might seem like a nice find, but here's where it gets really exciting. If you have one in pristine condition, it could be worth up to $997,000. Imagine holding that penny in your hand, knowing it's worth a small fortune. What would you do? Sell it? Invest it? It could completely change your life, but here's the catch. Not all 1967 pennies without a mint mark are valuable. Condition matters. A coin that's been through the ringer, covered in dirt and scratches, isn't going to fetch that kind of price. You need a coin that's in mint condition, shiny, clean, and almost like it was just made yesterday. These coins are rare, and finding one in great condition is like finding a needle in a haystack. Stay with me, because in just a moment, I'll show you the exact steps to identify a 1967 Lincoln penny that could be worth hundreds of thousands. You don't want to miss this. Alright, you're probably wondering by now, how do I find one of these coins? Well, it all comes down to a few key steps. First, check your pennies. Not just the ones in your change jar, check the ones you get from the store, the ones sitting in your car, or in your desk drawer. That's right, those pennies you've been ignoring could be sitting on a gold mine. Next, look for the key signs. The 1967 penny without a mint mark will have a smooth surface and a clearly visible date. It should have sharp details on the Lincoln portrait and the reverse side. If the coin looks worn down, don't bother, it won't bring in big money. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you think you've got a rare 1967 Lincoln penny, don't just throw it in a drawer and forget about it. You need to get it evaluated by a professional coin grader. This is where many people make the mistake of selling too early, or underestimating their coin's value. You've got to know what you've got before you let go of it, and when you're ready to sell, don't rush. Take your time to get the best offer. You can auction it, sell it to collectors, or even find specialized coin dealers who are willing to pay top dollar. Now, I know what you're thinking, but what if my penny isn't worth that much? Don't worry, it's still a valuable find. Even a coin worth $100 is more than you would get from a regular penny. Now that you know how valuable this 1967 Lincoln penny without a mint mark can be, you might be running to check your pennies. But don't wait too long. The coin market is constantly evolving, and the longer you wait, the more you risk missing out on your chance to cash in on this rare gem. Remember, a rare penny could be sitting in your home right now, just waiting to change your life. Don't let this opportunity slip away. Do the research. Check your pennies. And when you find that rare one, make sure you get it evaluated, and then sell it for what it's truly worth. In the next video, I'll show you other rare coins you might have tucked away that could be worth thousands, even millions. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. If you learned something today, give this video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Let them know how to find hidden treasure in their spare change. And don't forget to subscribe for more tips on finding rare, valuable coins that could make you a fortune. Right? Well, if you have a 1969 Lincoln penny, you might just be sitting on a small fortune. Today, I'm going to share with you how this penny, which most people would pass by without a second glance, could be worth up to $995,000. But before you dismiss this as just another coin story, hear me out. This isn't just any coin. The 1969 Lincoln penny has been known to change lives, and I'm about to show you how it can change yours. In the next 10 minutes, you're going to learn everything you need to know about the 1969 penny, how to spot a valuable one, how much it's worth today, and why the market for these rare coins is booming right now. But there's one crucial question: do you have one? It all started in 1969, when the US Mint struck billions of pennies. For most people, they were just another coin in their pocket. But something extraordinary happened during the production. Some pennies were struck with a rare error, an over-mint mark, on the mint mark, leading to a new discovery. That's right. A tiny mistake on a penny that could make it worth more than a brand new car. Or a house. This error wasn't just a simple misprint. It was a ghostly mint mark, faint and hard to spot, but if you know where to look, it could be the key to unlocking a fortune. But here's the catch: not every 1969 penny is worth a fortune. In fact, most of them are worth just 1 cent. That's why it's so important to know what you're looking for. The difference between a $995,000 penny and a worthless one lies in the details. You don't want to miss out on the goldmine that could be right under your nose. I mean, wouldn't it be funny if your grandmother's penny jar was actually a hidden treasure chest? Think about it, a penny for your thoughts, but one of those thoughts could be worth a fortune. So, let's dive into the details. The 1969 penny with the over-mint mark can be tricky to find, but it's possible. When you look closely, you'll notice that the mint mark D on some of these coins appears slightly doubled. It's subtle, but if you know how to spot it, you could be looking at a rare coin that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for. Now, you might be wondering, is it too late to cash in on this coin? The answer: absolutely not. In fact, the market for these rare pennies is growing faster than ever before. Coins like these are becoming harder to find, and as demand rises, so does the price. If you've ever thought about selling your rare coins, now might be the best time. But the clock is ticking. Coin collectors are actively searching for these exact pennies, and every day, more of them are being sold for eye-popping amounts. Just imagine selling a penny for almost $1 million. It's possible, but here's the thing: there's more to this coin than meets the eye. You won't believe how high this penny's value can go once you understand all the factors involved. And trust me, this isn't just about luck. It's about knowing exactly how to sell it, where to sell it, and who to trust. Let's talk about exactly how you can tell if you've got one of these hidden gems and what to do next. So, what's the next step? First, if you suspect you have a 1969 penny with an over-mint mark error, it's time to get it appraised. Don't just assume it's valuable. The best way to verify its worth is by taking it to a professional coin dealer or submitting it to a certification service like PCGS or NGC. Once your coin is verified, the real fun begins. You can choose to sell it privately, at auction, or through a coin dealer. But here's the thing, selling a penny might sound simple, but it's a process. And the more informed you are, the higher the chances that you'll get top dollar for your coin. But there's one mistake that nearly everyone makes when selling rare coins. If you do this, you could lose out on a fortune. Want to know what it is? Stick with me, because I'm going to share the critical mistake you need to avoid. This could be the difference between selling your coin for a few $100s, or getting close to that $995,000 price tag. Let's talk about that mistake after the break. Just kidding, no breaks here. But trust me, this one mistake will make or break your sale. And remember, time is money. The market for rare pennies is moving fast. Every day, more buyers are jumping in, and fewer of these pennies are available. If you have one, you have to act before the opportunity passes. To wrap things up, the 1969 Lincoln penny could be more valuable than you ever imagined. It could be worth $995,000, or more. But only if you know exactly what to look for, how to authenticate it, and how to sell it. Don't let this chance slip through your fingers. If you've enjoyed this journey into the world of rare pennies, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more valuable tips on rare coins. The next treasure you uncover could change your life forever. And hey, what if you have other rare pennies sitting in your jar right now? You might be looking at even more than you expected. Stay tuned, because we're just getting started. Are you sitting on a fortune? A simple penny, one that's been sitting in your coin jar for decades, could be worth more than you ever imagined. In fact, some rare pennies are worth up to $991,000. That's not a typo, folks. Nearly $1 million for a single coin. But there's a catch. This penny, the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, might just be the key to changing your life. But before we dive into that, let me ask you this: what would you do with $500,000? Travel the world? Pay off your debts? Or finally live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of? Stick around, because in this video, I'm going to show you how one simple coin could put you on the path to wealth, and why this penny could be hiding right under your nose in your own home. And trust me, you don't want to miss it. Let's start with the basics. You may have heard of the 1972 Lincoln penny before, but you probably didn't know this one is different. The regular 1972 penny is worth just 1 cent. But there's a rare version of the coin that's been causing a stir in the numismatic world, and that's the 1972 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. Now, you're probably thinking, what's so special about a missing mint mark? It's not just a mistake, it's a rarity, and rarities are worth money. If you're wondering why, keep listening. Here's where it gets interesting. Now, here's the juicy part. A penny without a mint mark from 1972 can fetch a shocking price. While a regular 1972 penny might get you a couple of cents, the no-mint mark version has been sold for hundreds of thousands of dollars, with one of the highest sales hitting nearly $991,000. That's right, folks. Almost $1 million for a single penny. But hold on, there's more. Not all 1972 pennies are created equal. The condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. The more pristine it is, the higher the price it could command at auction. Can you imagine finding a coin like this in your own collection? Just think about what you could do with the money. But not everyone is aware of this hidden treasure. That's why many of these pennies slip under the radar, and into the hands of collectors who know exactly what they're worth. So, the question is, do you have one of these hidden treasures in your possession right now? Before you start digging through every penny in your collection, let's take a look at how you can identify if your 1972 penny is worth up to $1 million. Here's where we get practical. First, let's talk about how to identify your 1972 no-mint mark penny. Look closely at the reverse side of the coin. If you don't see a mint mark under the date, then you might just have what you're looking for. But remember, it's not just the missing mint mark that adds value. The condition of your penny is just as important. Is it worn down? Is it in mint condition? A coin in perfect condition is going to fetch a much higher price, so make sure to check for sharp details, a clean surface, and no visible damage. Let's talk about how you can sell it. There are coin dealers, online auctions, and even coin shows where rare pennies like this are bought and sold. And don't forget, there are also private buyers who are constantly on the lookout for rare coins just like this. So, get ready to cash in on your discovery. Now, imagine this, you've got your hands on a 1972 no mint mark penny, and it's in perfect condition. You know it's worth a fortune, but here's the secret not many people know: the right time to sell could be the key to getting the highest price for it. What time of year is best for selling? Where can you find the right buyers who will pay top dollar? Stay tuned, because in the next segment, I'm going to tell you exactly when and where you should sell to maximize your profit. You're sitting on a gold mine, or maybe I should say a penny mine. Take a close look at your old pennies because one of them could change your life. Remember, in the world of rare coins, knowledge is power. And now that you've learned about the 1972 no mint mark Lincoln penny, you're one step closer to becoming part of the exclusive group of people who make serious money from their coin collections. Hit that like button if you're excited to start your coin hunting journey, subscribe for more insider tips on rare coins, and drop a comment below if you've got a penny you think could be worth a fortune. Who knows? You could be sitting on $1 million coin right now. Imagine holding a coin in your hand, a simple penny, one you've probably seen 1,000 times before. But what if I told you that one of these pennies could be worth up to $990,000? Sounds unbelievable, right? But the truth is, it's possible. Today, we're uncovering the hidden value of the 1973 Lincoln penny, a coin that could change your financial future forever. But before we dive in, let me ask you, do you know the hidden treasure lying in your pockets right now? You probably have a 1973 penny in your change jar, maybe a few tucked away in your wallet. After all, they're just pennies, right? Just pennies. But in the world of rare coins, that seemingly insignificant penny could be a key to unlocking untold wealth. Let's take a closer look at why this particular coin is worth so much. The 1973 Lincoln penny was minted with a specific design flaw, one that many coin collectors and investors are hungry to get their hands on, and here's the kicker: if you have the right one, you're sitting on a potential fortune. But not every 1973 penny is worth a fortune. So how do you know if you have one? Let's talk about the key traits that set these pennies apart from the rest. Now, here's where the excitement starts to build. The 1973 penny that's worth thousands, or even hundreds of thousands, isn't just any coin. It has very specific features. The first thing you'll want to look for is the condition of the coin. Pennies that are worn out or scratched usually won't fetch much. But if your penny is in mint condition, now we're talking. You see, it's not just about age, it's about the quality of the coin. And if your 1973 penny is in exceptional condition, you could be looking at a coin worth thousands, and yes, up to nearly $1 million. Right now, you might be feeling a mix of hope and excitement. Could you be holding on to a penny worth hundreds of thousands of dollars? But there's also a little bit of fear creeping in, isn't there? What if you missed your chance? What if you sold your 1973 penny years ago for just a few cents? But don't worry, there's still time for you to find one of these rare gems. You see, rare pennies like the 1973 don't show up in every pocket. They're elusive, like hidden treasure. But there's a catch: you need to know exactly what you're looking for, and that's where most people make the mistake. They throw away their pennies without a second thought, never realizing they just let a small fortune slip through their fingers. So, what makes the 1973 Lincoln penny so valuable? It all comes down to the subtle but important details. And these details aren't something you can easily spot at first glance. But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll have the knowledge to identify them in a heartbeat. And that's going to make all the difference. But there's one critical factor I haven't told you about yet. One secret trait that could triple the value of your penny, and it might surprise you. Stay tuned, because you don't want to miss this part. Now let's talk about what you need to do with your 1973 penny once you identify it as a rare one. You're probably wondering, how do I sell it? Where do I find buyers willing to pay top dollar? This is the critical step, because you don't want to risk selling it to just anyone. In fact, many people make the mistake of undervaluing their rare pennies, but you don't have to be one of them. The right buyer is out there, someone who understands the true worth of what you have. And there's no shortage of coin collectors and investors who would pay a premium for your 1973 penny if it meets the right criteria, but here's the hard truth, the market for rare coins can be unpredictable. The prices of rare pennies like this one fluctuate. But don't worry, you can still sell it for a huge profit if you know where to look. Now, remember that secret I promised you? It's all about the die variety, the subtle flaw in the minting process that most people overlook. This minor error, called the die crack or double die, can increase the coin's value exponentially. Coins with this flaw are the ones that have been sold for up to $990,000. If you're holding one of these, you're not just holding a penny. You're holding a small fortune in your hand. Now it's your turn. Get out there, look through your coin collection, and start hunting for those rare 1973 pennies. Who knows? You might just find a coin that changes your life forever. Narrator, inspiring, closing. If you enjoyed this video and learned something new today, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss an opportunity to find more hidden treasures. It's time to take control of your financial future. Start hunting, start earning, and live the life you deserve. The world of rare coins is waiting for you. A single penny, minted in 1976, with no mint mark. Could it be hiding in your change jar right now? Could it be sitting unnoticed in your collection? What if I told you this coin, valued at nearly $1 million, is sitting right under your nose? Keep watching to find out if you're sitting on a goldmine. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the world of rare coins and uncover treasures that could change your financial future. If you're one of the many collectors or everyday people who are looking for that one big break, this is your moment. We'll reveal the astonishing value of the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny, a coin that could potentially make you thousands, or even hundreds of thousands of dollars. Now, let me ask you something. Have you ever looked at a coin and thought, this might be worth something? Well, this is no ordinary penny. This 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny has been known to sell for a mind-boggling amount, up to $988,000. Sounds too good to be true, right? But it's not. It's the reality for a select few lucky coin owners, and today, you're going to find out how you can cash in on this incredible opportunity. Let's start with the basics. In 1976, the U.S. Mint produced a special edition penny to commemorate the bicentennial of the United States. However, there was a very small issue. Some of these coins were struck without a mint mark, a detail that usually denotes the coin's origin, whether it was minted in Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco. But here's the catch, the 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny was struck in Philadelphia, and it's the only year this anomaly occurred. Now, most pennies you come across from that year will have either a D or S mint mark. But this missing mint mark, combined with the bicentennial design, is what makes this coin so rare. Rare means valuable. Rare means hard to find. And when something is hard to find, it becomes a collector's dream. But that's just the beginning. Are you wondering how much these rare pennies can actually sell for? Well, hang tight, because the numbers are about to blow your mind. I'm talking about selling this coin for nearly $1 million. But before you get too excited, let's explore how to identify if you have one. First, the basics. The 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln Penny looks like a regular penny at first glance. It has Abraham Lincoln's image on the front, and the reverse shows the iconic Lincoln Memorial. But, remember, the key detail you're looking for is the missing mint mark. If you don't see the D or S next to the date, it could be the one. So, grab your pennies and start inspecting. Don't let this moment slip by. Imagine going through a jar of pennies you've been collecting for years, only to discover you've been holding on to one of these rare pennies all along. This could be your ticket to a major payout. But, here's where many people go wrong. They don't know what they're looking for and end up selling these rare gems for just a few cents. Don't be that person. Knowledge is power, and I'm giving you the tools to change your financial future. Now, let's talk dollars and cents. A 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny in mint condition has sold for as much as $988,000. That's right, nearly $1 million. Of course, not every penny will sell for that high, but even a well-preserved penny could fetch thousands. So, what's the catch? Well, the market for rare coins fluctuates. The condition of your coin matters. A penny with visible wear might still be valuable, but a coin in perfect, uncirculated condition is where the big money is made. The price can also depend on demand, and right now, demand for rare coins is on the rise. So, you have to act fast. Coins like this don't stay on the market long. If you have one, now is the time to get it appraised and put it up for auction. Every day you wait could be the day someone else snatches it up. But here's a warning. The market for rare coins is incredibly competitive. There are thousands of collectors and dealers hunting for these kinds of finds. If you hesitate, you might miss your chance to cash in big. So, how do you take advantage of this? Simple. Learn how to authenticate, get an expert appraisal, and list it with reputable auction houses. But wait, there's more. In the next video, we're going to break down how you can authenticate your 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, how to get it graded, and where to sell it for top dollar. You won't want to miss it. So, make sure you hit that notification bell. You could be one step away from changing your life forever. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into the world of rare pennies, like this video, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Have you found a 1976 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, or do you think you've got a hidden gem in your collection? Let us know, and I'll see you in the next video, where we'll show you how to make that coin work for you. You won't believe the value hidden in your pocket change. What if I told you that a 1978 Lincoln penny, one you probably have lying around somewhere, could be worth up to $985,000? Yes, you heard that right, almost $1 million for a coin that's nearly 50 years old. Stick with me because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to find out if you have one of these rare pennies, how to sell it, and what steps you need to take to potentially transform your life. But, time's ticking, because these coins are rare, and once they're discovered, they vanish fast. So, let's get into it before someone else finds your goldmine. First, let's talk about what makes this 1978 Lincoln penny so special. At first glance, it looks like any other penny you've ever seen. But there's something unique about this one. This penny has no mint mark. That's right, no mint mark at all, which means it's a very rare error coin. And error coins like this don't just turn up every day. Now, I know you're probably thinking, so what? It's just a penny. But hold on, what if I told you this tiny little coin, which you might have tossed in a jar or forgotten in your drawer, could be worth up to $985,000? That's the kind of money you could make if you have one of these. Think about it. What would you do if you suddenly discovered that one of the coins sitting in your collection could pay off your mortgage, send your kids to college, or even buy you the car you've always dreamed of? Now, you're probably asking yourself, how do I know if I have one of these pennies? Well, here's where things get interesting. The 1978 no-mint mark Lincoln penny was originally struck without a mint mark because of an error at the U.S. Mint. This mistake caused a limited number of these coins to be produced without the expected D or S mint mark. But here's the thing, most of the people who own these pennies don't even realize their worth. They're still sitting around in coin jars, unappreciated and unnoticed. So, are you ready to check your pennies and find out if you've got a fortune sitting right under your nose? You're probably wondering now, how do I check for this mistake? Let's break it down. Look closely at the date. It needs to be from 1978. Flip the penny over and examine the reverse side. If there's no mint mark, you might just be holding a potential jackpot. Examine the details of the coin. While the condition won't directly impact its value, a coin in mint or near mint condition is going to be worth more. But here's the catch: you need to act fast. The market for rare coins like this is booming, and if you wait too long, someone else might snatch it up before you even realize what you have. Now, let's get into the real magic. How much is your coin worth? If you've got that elusive 1978 no mint mark Lincoln penny, your coin could fetch as much as $985,000 at auction. Yes, you read that correctly, nearly $1 million. And here's why: these coins are extremely rare, and collectors and investors are willing to pay top dollar to own one. The 1978 no mint mark is one of those coins that can set you up for a future of financial freedom if you know how to sell it the right way, but you have to be careful. Not all 1978 pennies are worth this much. You have to ensure it's in good condition and that it's authenticated properly. So, here's a step-by-step guide on what to do next. A trusted grading service like PCGS or NGC can verify its authenticity and condition. This can add thousands to its value. Sell to the right buyer. Don't just go to a random coin dealer. Look for specialized dealers who know the value of these rare pennies. Understand the current demand for these coins, because prices can fluctuate. The right timing could help you maximize your sale. And here's the kicker: I know what you're thinking right now. But I don't have one of those coins. You might be wrong. That jar of pennies in your closet could be hiding a fortune. Or maybe you'll find it next time you're at a garage sale, estate sale, or thrift store. The hunt is on, and if you're paying attention, you could strike gold. Here's where it gets even more interesting: this isn't the only rare penny you could find in your collection. There are others that can fetch thousands of dollars too. What other coins do you have sitting around that you don't even know about? Stick around, because I'm going to show you the next one to look for, and you won't want to miss it. Trust me, your future of wealth might just be a coin away. If you want to know the other rare pennies you should be looking for, make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. You don't want to miss the next big discovery. Remember, there's a fortune hiding in your pocket change, and with a little knowledge, you can cash in. Let's make sure you never miss out on another potential jackpot. Keep your eyes peeled, your wallet open, and your mind sharp. Who knows? Your next $1 million coin could be closer than you think. But what if I told you that this seemingly insignificant coin could be worth up to $980,000? That's right, almost $1 million, just for a penny. Now, before you think it's some sort of crazy gimmick, stay with me. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how this penny could change your life. And yes, it's real. But, it's not going to be easy. Are you ready? Let's begin with the discovery, the penny itself. The 1985 mint mark Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of copper. It's part of a rare group of coins that are often overlooked or tossed into change jars. But for those who know what to look for, it's a hidden treasure. Sure, it might seem like just another penny. But this is where most people make their biggest mistake: they don't see the value hiding right in front of them. Let me ask you this: how many pennies have you thrown away or let sit in your wallet without a second thought? Think about that for a second. Every time you let one of these slip through your fingers, you might be losing out on a golden opportunity. So, what makes the 1985 Lincoln penny so special? What gives it the power to fetch nearly $1 million? Well, it's all in the details. This particular penny has a rare characteristic: a doubling error on the obverse, or the front side of the coin. This is where it gets really interesting. Take a closer look at the Liberty and "In God We Trust" inscriptions. Do you see it? The subtle doubling? That's what sets these pennies apart from the rest. It's a mistake that's rare enough to make this penny incredibly valuable. And that's not all. You'll also need to have the right condition for the penny to be worth top dollar. That means no major scratches, no corrosion, and definitely no dents. This is a coin you want to protect like your life depends on it. Because for some lucky individuals, it very well could. Now, I know what you're thinking. Sure, that sounds nice, but how am I going to find one of these? Where are the lucky pennies hiding? Let me tell you this, if you know where to look, you can find these rare coins hiding in plain sight, right in your pocket change, or even at estate sales, yard sales, and coin shops. And the best part? It could happen tomorrow. You could find one of these pennies and, just like that, change your life. But there's a catch. These pennies are getting harder and harder to find. People are catching on. Coin collectors and investors are scouring every corner for pennies just like this one. And here's the truth, if you wait too long, you might miss your shot. Raider, with urgency. Why? Because these pennies aren't just sitting around. The market is heating up, and people are paying attention. So, if you're serious about making money from your old coins, now is the time. Don't let another opportunity slip by. But how do you know if you've got one of these coins in your possession? Is it worth the time and effort to sell it? And most importantly, how do you get top dollar for your coin? Stick around, because I'm about to reveal exactly what you need to do to find out, and how to turn that penny into a fortune. Before we dive into the next steps, let me ask you this, do you want to sit back and watch others get rich off their rare pennies? Or do you want to be the one who says, I turned my penny into a fortune? Quick comedic pause, with a sarcastic tone, yeah, didn't think so. Let's keep going. Now that you know the value of this incredible coin, the question becomes, how do you sell it for the most money? The key is knowing the right places to sell and the right buyers to approach. You don't want to just walk into any coin shop and sell it for a fraction of its worth. Online auction sites, such as eBay, are a goldmine for rare coins. But it's not just about putting up a listing and hoping for the best. You need to do your homework, set the right price, and make sure you're presenting your penny in its best light. Presentation matters. A photo says 1,000 words, and a well-lit, high-quality photo could make the difference between a $500 offer and a $500,000 one. So, are you ready to start hunting for your fortune? The world of rare pennies is full of opportunities for those who are willing to put in the work. But time is ticking. The longer you wait, the more chances you miss. If you want to learn how to turn your pennies into cash, and live the life you've always dreamed of, subscribe to this channel for more tips, tricks, and insider knowledge. Don't wait. Start searching. Start selling. And let that $980,000 penny be the start of something extraordinary. What if I told you that a single penny from 1988 could be worth nearly $1 million? Yes, you heard that right, up to $976,000 for a single coin. You might think it's impossible, but in today's world of rare coins, anything can happen. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot a penny that could change your life forever. Let's take a trip back to 1988. At the time, the US Mint was churning out Lincoln Pennies, just like it had for decades. But little did anyone know, some of these seemingly ordinary pennies were hiding a secret that could make them worth a small fortune. It's easy to overlook a coin like this, right? After all, it's just another penny. But here's where the story takes an interesting turn. Not all pennies are created equal, and some have something that could make them worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars. The key to this penny's incredible value lies in one small detail, the mint mark. The D mint mark, located under Abraham Lincoln's date of birth, is what makes it special. But it's not just any D mint mark, we're talking about a very specific variety of 1988 D pennies that were released in error. The rarest of these coins are the ones that got through the minting process with double die errors, giving them extra value. But how do you tell if you've got one of these rare coins? Imagine this, you walk into a yard sale, and on a table, you spot a jar of pennies. Most people would pass it by, but you're not most people. You've learned what to look for. Your heart races as you see something that catches your eye, a 1988 D penny. Is it the one? The one that could make you a small fortune? To the untrained eye, this penny looks like just another coin. But if you know what to look for, you might be holding a gold mine. The double die error makes the coin more valuable. It's a mistake made at the mint, and as history shows, mistakes like this can make a coin incredibly rare. These coins were struck twice, and that second strike created a distorted design, making them worth far more than a regular penny. The value? For a 1988 D double die penny in perfect condition, you're looking at prices that could reach up to $976,000. It's not a fantasy, it's happening right now in the coin market. People are finding these pennies and selling them for life-changing amounts. So, how do you find one of these treasures? The market for rare coins is heating up, and time is running out. There's no telling when these pennies will disappear from circulation, or when the value will skyrocket beyond our wildest expectations. You might be thinking, this is just too good to be true. But trust me, the people who have sold these pennies for hundreds of thousands didn't think they'd be holding on to a fortune either. People just like you, looking for a way to live a wealthy lifestyle and make a smart investment. And right now, you have the opportunity to become part of that story. But the clock is ticking, coins like this are getting harder and harder to find. So, the question is, will you be the one to discover it? Or will you let this chance slip through your fingers? Now, I'm sure you're asking, how can I tell if my penny is worth thousands or just a few cents? Well, that's coming up next, but before I dive into the details, let's pause for a second. Take a look at this. You're holding that jar of pennies, and you find a coin that's older than your car, right? But remember, not every old penny is a jackpot. I mean, imagine finding a 1988 D penny, and realizing it's just a regular one. That would be like finding a vintage toy and realizing it's not worth a dime. Get it? Dime, penny. Okay, moving on. Here's the deal, if you want to cash in on the big bucks, you need to know how to spot the rare ones. Start by looking closely at the mint mark. The 1988 D double die pennies are incredibly valuable, but not all 1988 D pennies will have this error. Look for visible doubling in the numbers and letters, particularly around the Liberty and In God We Trust inscriptions. If you spot these, you could be looking at something worth thousands. But don't wait too long. The market is evolving, and these pennies are becoming more and more scarce. Whether you're looking to sell, collect, or simply invest, now is the time to get educated. The next coin could be your ticket to financial freedom. So, are you ready to change your life? Will you find the penny that could make you a millionaire? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, the hunt is on. Make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out on more tips and tricks to turn your old coins into cold, hard cash. And remember, the best time to start collecting was yesterday, but the second best time is now. Imagine you're digging through your old coin collection, or maybe you're cleaning out your spare change jar when you find it. A penny that doesn't look like the others. It's a 2015 Lincoln cent, but there's something strange about it. It's different. And in that moment, you feel it, your pulse quickens. You might just have stumbled upon something far more valuable than you ever imagined, the 2015 Mint Mark Lincoln penny. Sound familiar? Probably not. Most people don't know this coin even exists, and that's exactly why this story is so incredible. You see, these pennies are rare, exceptionally rare. But what makes them truly special, and why they could be worth up to $970,000, lies in something most people overlook: the missing mint mark. Mint marks, for those unfamiliar, are tiny letters on the coin that tell you where it was minted. In 2015, most pennies were made with a mint mark, either D for Denver or P for Philadelphia. But some, just a few, came without any mint mark at all. That's right. A penny with no mint mark is like finding a needle in a haystack. Now, let's dive deeper into why these no-mint mark pennies are so valuable. Here's the kicker. Only a handful of these coins were ever produced, and they're not sitting in any bank vault. They're out there, perhaps in your home right now. But why is this penny worth so much? Well, the answer lies in a combination of rarity, demand, and the fact that very few people even know about these coins. You might be asking yourself, how could I have possibly missed this? That's a great question. It's easy to overlook, especially when we're bombarded with so much information these days. But here's the thing, when a coin is rare and highly sought after, the value skyrockets. Coin collectors and investors know that scarcity drives up price, and because so few no-mint mark Lincoln pennies are in circulation, their value has soared. But how can you tell if your penny is one of these elusive treasures? Let me break it down for you. Alright, before we get into the specifics of how to identify these valuable pennies, let me ask you something. Have you ever found a coin and wondered if it could be worth millions, but then tossed it aside, thinking it was just another penny? Now, let's talk about how you can make money from this knowledge and change your life. If you've got a 2015 no-mint mark penny, you could be sitting on a goldmine. But here's the real secret. Many people have no idea how to sell rare coins for top dollar. That's where you need to act fast. The market is growing, and demand for these rare pennies is only increasing. Imagine selling your penny for hundreds of thousands of dollars. That could be the down payment for a new home, a dream vacation, or even the beginning of your coin collection empire. But time is of the essence. These pennies aren't going to just sit around forever. Other collectors, investors, and even coin dealers are hunting for these rare pieces every single day. The longer you wait, the harder it will be to find the right buyer. But how do you sell them? The process isn't as complicated as you might think. Let me walk you through how to get top dollar for your no-mint mark penny. But wait! Before you rush off to search through your couch cushions or the bottom of your old coin jar, let me remind you, not every 2015 penny without a mint mark is worth a fortune. You need to make sure you've got the right one. Stick with me, because I'm about to share a simple trick that could reveal whether your penny is worth $970,000, or just another coin to keep in your change jar. Don't go anywhere. I'm about to reveal the key factors you must know before selling. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. Alright, let's dive into the details. The first thing you need to check is the quality of your coin. Is it in good condition, or is it worn and tarnished? A no-mint mark penny in excellent condition is much more valuable than one that's seen better days. Second, verify the authenticity. You can't just assume every 2015 penny with no mint mark is the real deal. Experts and collectors will want to see proof of its rarity. This can be done through coin certification services, professionals who can authenticate and grade your coin, giving it the value it deserves. Finally, let's talk about the sale. You might be tempted to take the first offer that comes your way, but if you want top dollar, you need to be strategic. Auctions, online platforms, and even specialized coin dealers are all potential buyers. But you've got to know when to strike, when to negotiate, and when to walk away. Your penny could be worth more than you ever dreamed. But the clock is ticking. The market is changing, and these rare coins are getting harder to find. If you're serious about turning your collection into a fortune, now is the time to act. Don't let the opportunity slip through your fingers. So, what's it going to be? Will you let that rare 2015 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sit forgotten in your drawer? Or will you turn it into a valuable asset and start living the lifestyle you've always wanted? Thank you for watching. If you found this valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more insights into the world of rare coins. Keep hunting, keep learning, and who knows? The next big find could be just around the corner.